yes, I understand. We should really just try to go for what's popular nowadays and what will catch people's attention. But honestly, I have some other great ideas. Fine. We'll do an episode on him. But I won't like it. Alright, bye. Well, guess it's time for another episode of The Greats. I guess. Okay, let me paint you a word picture. You're sitting in a theater, and you're watching a trailer for a film that has been in production for a while and has a ton of fans backing it up. And you're not really on the bandwagon just yet, but this trailer will solidify whether or not you will be. And you're looking at the lead performance, and you're thinking to yourself, this doesn't really have much depth to it. In fact, you'd go as far to say that it looks a little one-dimensional. Well, that's probably because this is the first major performance of a model turned actor, and granted, those are not uncommon in the slightest. In fact, some of the biggest stars were models before they became actors or actresses. In fact, go to any famous magazine, look on the cover, and if there's a pretty attractive star on it, they've probably been a model in the past. Now, most models take a lead performance that they'll get, and they take it in stride, but most of the time they're just there to be the femme fatale or the heartthrob. But some of them strive for something a little bit more than that. Kind of like Channing Tatum. Born on this day in 1980, Channing Tatum's life before his career doesn't really have much to it. He was born in Alabama to two loving parents, he moved to Mississippi when he was 6, and went on to high school in Florida. By 1998, he graduated Tampa Catholic High School and was voted most athletic, and later he would go on to Glenville State College in West Virginia, but would later drop out despite his football scholarship. And thus lies the eternal question. What is a college dropout to do for money? What else? Become a male stripper, of course! And this begins his career in the arts, as he would later go into modeling after landing a spot as a dancer in Ricky Martin's She Bangs music video. He'd go on to model for Abercrombie & Fitch, star in some soda drink commercials, and land himself in Vogue magazine. Tatum considered modeling good training for acting, and he would do it for quite a few years. It would take one small role on an episode of CSI Miami to convince Tatum to take acting full-time. There are plenty of arguments to be made about which film was the first to give audiences a taste of Tatum's talents. Yeah. But in my honest opinion, the first film to successfully showcase Tatum to the world was Step Up. Considering the film had a budget of $12 million and it grossed over $114 million worldwide, I'd go far enough to say that Step Up was, well, pretty successful, spawning 4 more films, and it showed the potential that the teen romance drama still had. Considering that he already had experience in dancing, Tatum looked perfect for the character of Tyler Gage, a troublemaking delinquent who was forced to team up with Nora Clark to audition into a dance school, which leads to the inevitable. Yeah, honestly, Step Up wasn't really a revelation in the storytelling department or anything like that, but it did do surprisingly well, and it did put Channing Tatum on the map. Tatum was then on a roll, taking on plenty of different parts, from a dark gangster in Public Enemies to a kick-ass captain in G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra. But by 2009, he felt like he was dealing with too many action-packed roles and felt it was time to show the softer side of Channing Tatum. So, where did he turn to? Well, how about the film that would spark the resurgence of the Nicholas Sparks book-to-film adaptation? I am, of course, talking about Dear John. Now, I personally have not seen Dear John, nor do I have any desire or inclination to ever see Dear John. So instead of focusing on the aspects I can't really judge, let's focus on some more objective ones. For example, it made a decent chunk of money. It made back its budget on week 1 and continued to gross over $100 million worldwide. It also, let me remind you, was the first film to finally knock Avatar out of the first place spot at the box office, which it was holding for 7 straight weeks. It definitely put Channing Tatum directly into the public eye, but thankfully Channing Tatum still wanted to differentiate his career, so he strived to be more than just a romantic lead. Besides for one more home run with Rachel McAdams in The Vow, Tatum would later move on to show people his more comedic side in 21 Jump Street alongside Jonah Hill. The film was a massive hit with audiences, proving that Tatum could handle himself in the triforce of the film genre: romance, action, and comedy. I mean, there was nothing Tatum couldn't do at this point. The lineup after 21 Jump Street is just completely all over the place. It starts with Magic Mike, a Steven Soderbergh film about the life of male strippers, which was another comedic effort. Then he had a minor role in Side Effects, another Steven Soderbergh film, which was a dramatic thriller dealing with the dangers of prescription drugs. After that, it was back to the action circuit with his minor role in G.I. Joe Retaliation, followed by another minor role in the hit comedy from Seth Rogen entitled This Is the End. Add to that a starring role alongside Jamie Foxx in White House Down, and you have a surprisingly varied range from Tatum. I have to admit, at first I didn't really have much faith in Channing Tatum. I saw him as a pretty face, nothing more, nothing less. But, honestly, he has shown me that he has some serious talent. I mean, you just have to be impressed by his range as an actor. He has proven me wrong on nearly all accounts, and honestly, I couldn't be more happy to say that. From comedies like 22 Jump Street and the planned Magic Mike XXL, to a romantic endeavor with The Book of Life, to the strange fantasy film Jupiter Ascending, to even a near biographical film with Foxcatcher, Tatum only looks to be handling a ton of different genres and roles. He has clearly proven that he takes acting seriously and that he is in it for the long haul. It's admirable just how much he can do, yet how likable he can be while doing it. And so I propose a toast to Mr. Channing Tatum, who's been quoted saying that he feels he has a lot more to do in order to prove himself. I'd argue he already has. Until next time, my name is Professor Larry Freed, reminding you to always strive for greatness. Now that is some good Chardonnay.
Hello everyone, this is Larry. I really hope you enjoyed this episode of The Greats on Channing Tatum. Definitely a lot of fun to make as usual. Remember to go to rulethirds.com for tons of movie content. We got newsreels, we got trailer reviews, which is preview. We got reviews, written, video, and with brevity. So go to rulethirds.com, check all of our awesome stuff out, and hope you enjoy the video. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.